Hey guys, Brian here from Better Chess Training, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about the concepts of systems versus goals and how you can use them to help motivate you as well as improve your chess. Hey guys, today I want to discuss systems versus goals, and of course we're going to be talking about it in the context of chess training and chess improvement, but of course you can think of this for any aspect of your life, actually. So let me first define what I'm talking about. A system, and here I also put a process, is something that you do repeatedly. And we'll talk about examples in a few minutes. Versus a goal, which is a destination that you want to reach. Now, both of these can be very useful for us, but we have to be careful on what we emphasize too much, okay? And that's where this discussion is leading. And what I'm going to encourage you to do is that you do want to have goals, but you only want to, you really don't need to focus on them too much in your day-to-day practice. Whereas the system or the way you go about reaching your goals is something that maybe if you can focus on can actually help you reach those goals as well as be a little less stressful, a little less discouraging. Let me give you an example. So many of you may know one of my goals is to become a national master, and maybe even higher, but we'll start there. And if I focus on that every day, I wake up and I say, well, I'm not a master yet. Over time, that can be very discouraging. And it has been, and it has caused me over time to say, you know what, maybe it's just not going to happen, and then I take a few months off of chess. And so that's actually happened to me. Whereas if I focus on the system or the process, for example, I need to do tactics, and here, let me type these out here so that we can see. If I focus on the process, for example, I need to do regular tactics. I need to study and analyze my games on a regular basis. What are some other things I do? I exercise. I do mind training. So this would be things like meditation. I study endgame, study openings. So, and again, these aren't necessarily recommendations for you, but just an idea of this is the system I put in place. You know, how often do I do these? In what manner do I do these? And if you focus on that, okay, and you stay in the present, and I've talked about that mindfulness in your practice in previous videos, then you can have victories every day. You know, if you do, your daily tactics, whether you get them right or wrong, remember the process is about learning and getting stronger. So I guess what I'm getting at is you don't want to focus as much on the results as on the process of getting stronger. Because if you do that, the results will come. So that's what we like that. And also, when you get something wrong, if you can look at it, frame it as, well, this is something that I couldn't do before, but now I can do because I've learned how to do it through practice, then emotionally, psychologically, you're going to be encouraged, okay? And the key here is that, we want to not just manage how and what we're studying and how we're studying, but to keep it sustainable, like I've talked about in one of the first videos in this series. So one thing that I don't want you to think is that I don't think goals are bad. I think goals are good. And one book that actually has been very influential in this line of thought for me is The Practicing Mind. I think his name is by Thomas Sterner. And I'll put the link down below because it's a nice short book. You can read it in a couple hours, and I think it's very beneficial and inspiring for anyone who's trying to improve any skill like chess. So with that in mind, let me just sum up. So what I want you to do is, if you do have goals, if you have ambitions of what you want to do with your chess, you want to, it's good to have those, but what you need is a process to get there. Now, of course, there's many ways to do it. That's why today's video is not about recommending a specific method, but to just tell you that staying and working on the process will both help you get to your goal, but also make the journey, make the doing more enjoyable, because you can have success every day just by executing your system. Whereas if you just focus on your goals, well, until you reach your goal, you basically have failed. And again, maybe that's not necessarily the case. The goal should be inspiring. I want to strive towards this. It's not something that I am lacking in my life, but it's something that I want. But by focusing on the process, not only will you get there, but you will have all of the emotional and psychological benefits of positive motion every single day. Hey guys, I hope you found that helpful. And it's something that I've been doing for a little while, very much inspired by the Practicing Mind. Again, the link to that is down below. We talked about a video about sustainability and consistency, and that's really what processes and systems are all about. So check that video out over there. Finally, I'm putting a document for my patrons on Patreon, where I have my current system. And again, it's not meant as a recommendation for everyone, but maybe a template that you may be interested in looking at. And so that's going to be available for patrons. You can check out a link to that down below as well. Okay, have a great day, and good luck with your chess.